What's up, JEFusion fans? This is Philip, and welcome back to another video. So, February is over. Valentine's Day has long passed, and it's the month of May. Uh, but what can I say? I just felt like talking about, lovey dovey couples, but not just any couple. Well, not necessarily couples, but like I ship them so hard. And while love stories aren't really exactly the main point of watching a tokusatsu show, there are some that are quite focused on, the love story elements, but sometimes like love stories in toku kind of work because of the actors. Well, not necessarily like these actors or characters need to have some sort of, relationship in the show, but I see these actors like they could work in real life. Like I ship them not just because of their characters, but like how I think they would end up in real life as well. So with that said, here are my top five ships with actors from Tokusatsu Kamen Rider edition. So let's start this video. Now, I'm gonna start with the most recent one because I think that this is going to be easy to talk about. So we have Junsei Motomiya and Deio Matsumoto, both from Kamen Rider Gotchard. Now, we can already see from the opening credits that, both Hotaro and Line were just meant together. And again, the choice of actors, like the show's element of chemistry does work. You know, they had the right actors for the job. And I get it, they're kind of amateurs when it comes to acting, but during that Romeo and Juliet subplot arc, like especially seeing Leo's reaction to, as Elena, of course, like seeing Hotaro, uh, you know, interact with another girl and seeing Line's heart break and her face slowly change expression just felt so real. Chef's kiss on that episode, by the way, or those two episodes, because like it just felt so natural and like I said, it was so real. It just works. And I saw this clip taken from, I think it was the Gacha Fest. So, uh, both Junsei and Deo were asked to like call each other by their names, and like everybody, like the crowd and the other cast members are all going woo woo. So they're already cheering them on, and like when Deo says Ichinose, and Junsei says Kudo, so everybody just went wild. Like, I know they're supposed to be in character, but just the impact of that, you know, of that situation, like the cast members, like particularly Arisa Sakamaki, Saki Fukuda, and Kenta Kamakari. So, Lakesis, Kyoka Sensei, and Grignon sama. So all the three of them were just losing their minds, and then you know with the background music with Zukyun Pyre's theme song, Kimi ni Zukyun, which is basically a love song. It is a love song. Like it just fits so well. Like give them like a couple years more, maybe they could work as a real couple. I mean, they're quite young, sure, especially with Leo being what 16 years old. She is still too young, but who knows in the future? Like they, Junsei and Leo might work together again, and like another on-screen couple in a different drama or a movie, and do that enough times and they probably end up in real life. It just works. Like the chemistry in the opening theme isn't for nothing, and really just, it just works. You're gonna love seeing them actually end up together in real life if that happens. Like, yes. Like, if that happens, like, you're gonna celebrate. So anyways, let's move on before I get too excited with just one couple. So next we have Kazuto Mokudai and Ayaka Namiki from Kamen Rider Geats. So Kamen Rider Buffa and Beroba. So I think it's safe to say that Beroba's actress Ayaka Namiki has a huge crush on Kazuto Mokudai. I think that's the case, but you know, again, just like the previous ship that I've mentioned, like, they do have this chemistry. So uh, we do see, at least as characters, like Beroba has this kind of obsession with Michinaga in a really weird way. But to be honest, it's kind of hot. But that's weird coming from me, considering Ayaka isn't even 18 years old yet. At least by this post, she's 17 at least. So give her at least a year more. Yeah, but again, just like the previous one, so Junsei and Neo, so again, they're quite young for a relationship. But again, give them more time to, uh, you know, interact with each other, give them some other projects that they could work on together other than Kamen Rider Geats. Like, I understand, like, Buffa's side story and Ayaka's new character as Michinaga's assistant. Like, it just kind of looks nice in my opinion. But again, allow them to work with each other more, and you get you'd probably be able to see them, in real life become a couple. So yeah. Now, next. So we have Hiroki Ijima and Luka Matsuda, both from Kamen Rider Exade. Now, we already see them a lot together, of course, Hiroki as Hojo Emu, and Luka Matsuda as Poppy Pipo Papo. They are very much seen together, in Exade. Although, well, they technically couldn't be a couple because, Exade, or Emu, is a human, and Poppy is Bugstar virus. So it really wouldn't work out. But like, seeing the actors, and especially recently when they worked together again for LifeNet Seimei, which is an insurance company, which, by the way, also features a lot of Kamen Rider Exade actors. Well, not a lot, but they feature, Kamen Rider Exade actors. So, in a way, it's become like some sort of reunion for Kamen Rider Exade. And, well, maybe in the future we might see a LifeNet Seimei commercial featuring Dan Kuroto in the, uh, Kyosuke Kiria, which is, you know, it's just gonna be mind blowing seeing Kamen Rider Gem and Kamen Rider Laser if they were to appear in that commercial. But that's not the point. Let's go back to Hiroki and Luka, because, like, seeing them together in that commercial, like, again, going back to the word chemistry, like, yeah, they just look so nice together. So again, having them as a couple in real life would just be a dream come true for any Exade fan. If, that's your ship. I ship it though. So, anyways, number 4. We have So Okuno and Ayaka Kono from Kamen Rider Gyo. Now, in Kamen Rider Gyo, so Sogo and Ora don't really have much interaction aside from that time where, uh, so as time jackers, they've been Ur and Ora have been thrown aside, so they were betrayed, and other than Sogo trying to teach Ora how to make some dumplings, aka gyoza, they don't have much interaction. But the magic happens outside of Gyo, rather post Gyo. So So Okuno and Ayaka Kono have actually, been a couple at least twice in two different projects. One is for a phone company commercial, which kind of, you see that story build up like as childhood friends, and then they grew up, as students, and then they have to separate because Soul's character had to move away and he comes back later. So they uh, they work together, I think, in the same company. That's the story. And then he has to work away again, and then he comes back, and then they finally got married, at least in the stories, in the lore of that commercial series. But it just was so romantic. And they were again married in another project, which is a movie, which, by the way, has So Okuno as the main character, and they have a child there, by the way. So again, like, like, because they've already had this bond through Kamen Rider Go. Again, even though as characters they didn't have much interaction, so because they know each other already, so at least when they work together as a couple, they already have this mutual trust, which is of course very important in a real relationship. And again, I've said this in earlier entries, like give them like a couple more projects where they work together, and again, if you pair them as a couple, they just work so well. And yeah, I really could see them again becoming a real couple in the future, which is very, very nice. Again, uh, there are some Sogo Ora shippers out there, including myself. So again, seeing any of these ships actually come true, IRL, make it happen. And last but not the least, so we have Shuichiro Naito and Asuka Kawazu from Kamen Rider Saber. Now, in Kamen Rider Saber, so Shuichiro's character, Toma Kamiyama, and Asuka Kawazu's character, Mei Sudo, well, they're not really the pair, So, in terms of relationships in Saber, well, there's only one, and that's Mei with Rintaro. However, I don't see the chemistry between Asuka and uh, Takaya Yamaguchi, who plays Rintaro. I just don't feel that, and even the characters, Meisudo and well, Rintaro Shindo. Well, I understand their build-up, but it just doesn't feel right. So from the get-go, we already see, Toma and not Asuka, but Mei's characters. So they do interact more because, well, they do have this working relationship. Toma as a writer, and I guess Mei is his editor. It's like, of course, she has to remind him of upcoming deadlines to finish his manuscripts for, let's say, an upcoming novel. But again, like, they do interact more, and their interactions are much more enjoyable to look at than Mei and Rintaro. Sorry if you're a Mei Rintaro shipper out there. I don't mean to disrespect your couple, but yeah, it should have been Toma and Mei from the start. And like the previous entry with So Okuno and Ayaka Kono, well, their chemistry works better outside of Kamen Rider Saber. And they've been seen working together in like several projects. So I've seen them in At least I've seen photos of them together for an event called the Tokyo Girls Collection, so which is a fashion show, but they are seen together on, on the runway, on the catwalk, like they are together as a pair. And there's actually a music video. I forgot the title and the band that sang it, but it was actually used for the 2022 or 2021 version of Shaman King. So they were a couple in that music video, and trust me, that pair in that music video alone looks so much better than Nintaro and Mei in Kamen Rider Saber. Again, this is, more of the actors' chemistry rather than the characters in the show. So yeah, I think it's because they're of the same agency, if I'm correct, or if I'm mistaken, somebody tell me in the comments. But again, they have more opportunities working together outside of the show. And again, if fate would allow it, uh, I want this ship to sail IRL. So those are my top 5 ships of actors from the Kamen Rider series. So let me know in the comments which actors and actresses you want paired up IRL, Toku of course. So with that said, thank you so much for watching. And as always, please do leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, and don't forget that notification bell so you get the latest from JEFusion. This has been Philip, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.